I'm just being real. You will feel pain. You will hurt. It will hurt along the way. Now here's the beautiful thing about success. There's enough space for everybody, but everybody don't have what it takes. So what happens along the way is that we have these dreams and these goals and these ideas and all these things we want to do, and then life puts us to the test. The first thing that life does to test you is it makes you go through a little pain. If you can't handle that pain, you can't handle success. If you can't handle disappointment, you might as well check out now. Just quit, just give up like most people do. See, we all go through pain. We all go through pain, but some of us stay on the ground and cry about it. Some of us stay there, but some of us get up. So when you go through pain, if you can get through it, you're gonna be stronger than the person who's never felt pain. And you'll be able to handle stuff in life because you're used to going through the pain. Do you understand? It's the difficulties that are going to prepare you and take you to the next level. So what if you failed your last exam? So what if you had to retake the year? Do you understand? You got through that. You're all running from obstacles, when in fact, it's the obstacles that's going to take you to the next level. You're all running from pain. You're all running from challenges. You're all telling me how difficult your life is. You got put through that because what that does, that tension produces greatness. Stop running from it. Start running to it. You did it once. You did it twice, and it didn't work, so you quit? Yeah, you did it for 3 months. Yeah, you did it for 6 months. And you're like, where are the results? Look, it's going to take more than 6 months for it to become a reality. You've got to learn to stop starting and stopping. You've got to learn to stop quitting and giving up just because it didn't work out for you the first time. Just because it didn't work out for you the 20th time. You've just got to keep going and keep going. What you need to know about life is you cannot lose if you do not quit. So you got to keep studying, keep reading, keep doing what you got to do. And if you can weather that storm, I guarantee you every dream you have will become a reality. There are no limits, just the ones you place on yourself. Look, you got to do it with passion. You got to go to college with passion. But you're going to college with an attitude. You're going, but you don't really want to be there. You're not bringing the passion. You're not bringing the fire. You're not bringing the heat. You're studying, but you're barely doing it. Come on. Surely, you gotta be tired of this 60% you. Greatness is within you. You are here. You have been blessed to be on this earth. You're here. Do something. So whatever you gotta do, you do it. I'm a firm believer that talent alone is not enough to be successful. I'm a firm believer that the amount of work you put into something is more important than anything. The amount of work you put into something, the amount of effort that you give, I'm a firm believer that just because you grew up in a certain neighborhood, just because your parents are rich or your mom's a doctor, they're not giving out degrees. They're not giving out success. So what I'm trying to say is that exams, that's your life. That's your future. Don't look at it like it's a punishment. Don't look at it like, I gotta go to class. Whatever you write down, you're literally at school to make your dreams become a reality. So every single day you wake up, this is what should be on your mind. This is what you should be pursuing. You've got a small window. Listen to me. You've got a small window. And the problem is, when you're young, you think you've got forever. It's a disease of young people. It's a disease when you're young. You're like, I could go to this party. I'll bounce back. I don't have to study this week. I'll bounce back. You think you'll keep bouncing back. No, you won't. Many of you are not taking ownership of your life. That you have not looked at yourself in the mirror and said, you owe you. Will the world know that you were here? Or will you be a distant memory? Will you leave your mark? You've got to stay ready, because I know one thing in your life: the opportunity will come. But will you be ready when it gets there? So I'm going to finish by telling you this: it's going to come. Everything you've ever dreamed of, every opportunity you ever dreamed of, it's going to come. But will you be ready when it comes?
If you can see it in your mind, if you can believe it in your heart, if you have the courage to speak it, if you have the courage to own it and the desire to work for it, you can bring it into your reality. There's nothing off limits. There are no limitations.
There are no limitations to those who believe and those who are willing to work for their dream.
You have to see it in your mind before you can see it in your reality.
Picture everything you want so clearly in your mind until you can see it right in front of you. Write it all down on a piece of paper. Create a vision board. Then you will have evidence in the future. Evidence of the amazing power of your mind. The amazing power of you.
If all you ever do is live by what is in front of you, reacting to the life in front of you, you will never move beyond the life that is in front of you. You have to be able to see outside of your current situation. You must be able to acknowledge where you are in life, but know you are capable of creating so much more. Know that where you are right now is not your life.
You are where you are right now because of your past decisions and your past beliefs.
Now, it's time to sum up the courage to ask for better, to believe in better, to believe magic is on the way.
Now, it's time to get what you deserve.
In life, we don't get what we ask for. We get what we ask and work for.
Nothing in life will work without the work. No books, no seminars, no audio tapes, no gurus, nothing.
Nothing will work if you don't. But I'm not talking about doing work you hate. There's no need for that. When you do work you love, it's not work. You do need to do something, but you do it because you love doing it, not because you have to. And that's where the magic is created. You add value to others by doing what you want to do, and you get rewarded.
What you want is not going to come to you by just dreaming about it.
When you get in your car to go somewhere, you would never expect to arrive at the destination by just closing your eyes and dreaming about it. You know you can't get there instantly. You must know where you're going, but you also understand that right now you are here. And in order to get to your destination, there is going to be a journey. There might be roadblocks, detours, stop signs, even breakdowns. But if you really must get to that destination, you can and will find a way. You would never stop halfway and turn around because of a detour, a setback, or an obstacle. You just take whatever path leads to your destination, even if it wasn't the path you planned on taking, even if it wasn't the easiest path. Life is no different. If you want something, anything in your life, you must first know where you are, and then you must know what it is going to take to get there. You make a commitment that no matter what happens, I will reach that destination. If I have to go the long way, I'll go the long way. If I have to learn a new way, I'll learn a new way. If there are detours, roadblocks, or breakdowns, I will keep going, fix the issue, get patched up, but I will never quit. If you just know, if you just believe, you will get there, and you have the courage to see it through. There is nothing you can't have, nowhere you can't go, and no one you can't become.
Muhammad Ali said, "The man who has no imagination has no wings." If you can't envision it, if you can't believe it, you will never see it. You will never be it. You see, if you want to live an average life, that is fine. Keep your feet on the ground. But if you want to soar, if you want to achieve great things, you must not only think those crazy thoughts, but feel it. Feel what it would feel like to be doing that thing you want to do. Feel what it feels like to have all the things you want, to be the person that has achieved the things you want to achieve.
The very process of you feeling like you already have it will send vibrational signals to your brain. And if you are willing to work for it, it will be in your life very soon. Albert Einstein once said, "Your imagination is everything. It is the preview of life's coming attractions. Only those who believe anything is possible can achieve the things most would consider impossible."
You must know who you are going to be before you become that person. You must picture what you want to achieve and feel like you already have it before you can bring it into your reality.
In the greatest book of all time, Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill states, "Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve." He says, "You are the master of your destiny. You can influence, direct, and control your own environment. You can make your life what you want it to be." It's not a magic trick. It's not a new philosophy. Most of you know about it. And if you don't, you should start paying attention, because just about anyone who is great knows about it.
As Robin Sharma said, everything is created twice. First in the mind, and then in reality. There is an energy and power far greater than we can comprehend at play. And we can either use it, live in harmony with it, create with it, or run in fear from it.
People are always wondering what the next step in life is. And I say, life's a little bit like a maze, you know? Till you walk down one hallway and try to open the door, you don't know if it's a dead end or not. And people are trying to sit back, and that's where the procrastination comes in, and look real far down the hallway. And I'm like, just walk.
Small and steady wins the race.
What's the fastest way to change your life? For me, I think it's understanding how to set up daily routines with alternating brain and body training, and killing procrastination.
The little win with your family when you feel like watching TV sets you up for another win the next day. A little win of getting up at 5 o'clock and running your morning routine sets you up for a habit of a 5 a.m. club morning routine. Small daily improvements over time will lead you to stunning results.
It comes down to this, Elvis. I think you have to work hard. Like, just so everybody knows, we haven't gotten into this subject yet. Working hard is the cost of entry to anything. You know 0 people that are successful that don't work their face off. You know 0 people. Now, they may have money because mommy and daddy made money and gave it to them. But people that actually built their own success, you know 0 people that have had success that did not put in obnoxious amounts of work.
What's the most important key to success? I think it's hunger. It's not getting satisfied. A hunger that doesn't go, a hunger to learn, a hunger to grow, a hunger to serve, a hunger to give, a hunger to create breakthroughs. Most people are hungry till they make a certain amount of money and then they get comfortable. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's not about the money. It's not about the business. It's about your growth. Because every one of us either grows or dies. People ask me all the time, what does it take to be happy? I say one word, progress. Progress equals happiness, because achieving a goal feels good for how long? A week, a month, 3 months, and then there needs to be something else. And the reason for something else is because you gotta grow.
Imagine a conversation with your future self. In that, let's imagine that the you of 20 years from now shows up at your doorstep, and that you is stronger, smarter, wiser, wealthier, healthier, happier. And that you shows up at your door, and it looks at your life, and it looks you in the eye. If that future you was going to give you advice on what to stop, what to start, what's the first thing they would tell you to be or do?
Take a step back right now and think about who we all admire in the world, right? They're all people that punted the system. They're people that practiced singing since they were 5. They're people that shot 10,000 basketballs every morning. It's always that. It's always that. 99% of the people right now that are listening to this are playing in the middle. They're playing in a game that was structured for them. They're risk adverse, they fear, and most importantly, they fear what other people think.
Look, I believe that we're all born with lots of goodness in us, but life throws curveballs. Life, the ambition of being alive helps us dream. And if you've been given a dream, don't discount that because you're not good enough yet. Develop yourself, weaponize yourself, teach yourself to be so good at something that is necessary to serve in the area of your dream that now you're never even thinking about your comfort zones. Your comfort zone is irrelevant. What matters is, what are you trying to do with your life? How are you trying to contribute?
One thing that discipline definitely does help you with is it helps you get things done. And when you get things done, when you actually do things, you have more success. If you have more success, and sometimes a big part of success is just not being lazy and just doing it.
Yeah.
That's like 90% of it is just showing up. Get there and start working. Like, you're not going to feel perfect every day. It's pretty much the same with everybody that actually gets good at something. There's got to be those days you push through, and they're probably going to be more numerous than the days you don't. And so the benefit of discipline in my eyes has always been that through discipline, I get things done.
Why did you give up on your dream? Why did you settle? Why? Why did you let that dream go? The dream that meant so much to you, why did you let it go? Was it because you listened to those around you? Those who didn't reach their own dream? Did you listen to them when they imposed their limits on you? They said be realistic. They said take that job. Was it because you had no examples close to you of anyone who actually went after their dream and refused to settle for less? Why did you give up? When you're young, you know without question there are no limits. There's nothing you cannot be, nothing you cannot accomplish, no heights you cannot scale. You know that. But as time wears on, for most people, life chips away a little more at their soul, chips away at their ambitions, chips away at their belief in themselves. Opinions get inside and poison their soul. This world is filled with smart people who didn't make it. Smart people that lost hope. Smart people that gave up. Smart people who lacked the courage to listen to the voice inside that says, yes, I can. And instead listen to society, who said most people don't. Most people fail. It's too risky. Play it safe. I will not play it safe. I refuse to accept less than my potential. No, it is not too late. It's now. Time to regain your power. No, it's not too late. If you're breathing, there's time. If you're breathing, the time is now. The time is now to live. The time is now to go after the experiences you want to live. The dream you want to see in your reality. The abundance you deserve. The joy and potential that has been laying dormant inside you. It's time to wake up. You are capable. Others before you have done it with less intelligence, with less resources, with less education, with less help. There's no excuse that is valid. You just need to sum up the courage to go for it, the strength to fight through setbacks, the persistence to keep going until you see it, and the presence to enjoy it when it comes. Your time is now. In years to come, make sure the question they ask you is not why did you give up on your dream, but how did you make your dream become a reality? Who will you become? Will you stay the same or will you elevate? Will you lay down in misery or will you rise? Don't let your dreams stay on this earth abandoned. The only way you can reach those dreams is if you're willing to go into darkness. If you're willing to take that pain, if you're willing to elevate, to grow, to become the best version of yourself. If you feed your mind with positive thoughts, this will allow the happiness to pour into your heart. It will give you the strength to stretch. It will give you the courage to change for the better. See, often people look at change as a bad thing, but don't let those opinions of people who didn't want to grow affect you. Because sometimes we can grow up knowing people, leave for 10 years, come back and they're still the same. Same mind frame, same ways. And you realize they never grew. They never stretched. They never wanted more. So when you finally move on, don't look back. Don't look back like you lost everything. Move forward, because you have so much to give this world. And when it gets hard, when you want to go back to those old ways, think about your future. Think about your family. Think about the people in the world that needs your gifts. So sacrifice your present self for your future self. Who will you become?
It seems these days, less and less people take responsibility for their life. It seems less and less people master their emotions. They don't run their life. They allow life to run them. Their problems are blamed on everyone and everything, but they never take responsibility for their own life. Most importantly, they never take responsibility for how they feel. Does life happen to you, or does life happen for you? The answer you give that question will shape your life. Do you believe everything happens for a reason that benefits you in some way? Or do you believe life is hard and you are at the mercy of a little thing called luck? What if every painful experience in your life was actually sent to benefit you? To make you stronger, to make you wiser, to make you better? What if the challenge you are facing was sent to make you stronger? What if the difficult person was actually sent to teach you something? Compassion, patience, a reminder of how not to treat people. What if the loss you experienced was sent to make you appreciate life more? The way we feel about everything in our life is our life.
The truth is, every human being decides how they are going to live their life. Because we all decide what meaning we give to each and every moment in our lives. We do not decide what shows up, but we do decide how we show up. We do not decide the circumstances that arrive each day, but we absolutely decide how we are going to react to each circumstance. There's no such thing as actual reality. There's only our perception of reality. Think about that. There is no such thing as reality. There is only your version of it. If you think about anything or any event, your version of it or your opinion of it will be completely different to many other people. Two people could attend the same event, see the same things, speak to the same people, and leave with absolutely opposite thoughts about that event. If they liked the people they spoke to, if they enjoyed the event, how could this be? It was the same event. It's an interpretation. The meaning both people gave the event is different. That meaning is based on a life of conditioning, a life of absorbing others' opinions and then forming our own. But the point is, we decide that meaning. Bob Marley said, some people dance in the rain, others just get wet. The same is true for everything in life. Some people drudge through life. They get by. Others live life. They make the most of it. They appreciate the little things, which makes a huge difference in their lives. But don't worry about what other people do. What do you do? Do you appreciate all the good in your life? Do you look for the good each day? Do you wake up expecting great things to come every day? Do you feel compassion when someone is acting in a way that is not to your standards? Do you believe every tough moment in your life was sent to make you stronger and in some way improve your life?
Every meaning you give to everything in your life makes your life. Choose empowering meanings, because the better your meanings, the better your life. The stronger your meanings, the stronger your life.
It's our decisions, not our conditions, that control our lives and our destiny.
In today's world of overstimulation, seemingly unlimited distractions and short attention spans, it's no wonder there are so many people who don't succeed. It's no wonder so many people never achieve anything significant. It's no wonder so many people never reach their true potential. If you want to achieve anything great, you must shut out all distractions. Successful people are focused people. Successful people could go into a space where they shut out everything, where they lock in on the task in front of them, lock in on their goal, lock in on their dream. If it is important enough to you, you will shut out all distractions. Shut the door, turn your phone off, turn off social media, lock in, focus, and get the job done. A recent study pointed out that the average adult spends around 1 hour and 40 minutes every day on social media. That is nearly 12 hours per week, over 50 hours per month, 616 hours per year. It adds up to 128 days over a period of 5 years. 128 days wasted every 5 years. Imagine if you used that time better. Just imagine if you replaced that wasted time with completely focused time, working on something you love. The person you will be in 5 years' time will be very different depending on which path you choose to take. Those who don't succeed, let's call them, I don't know, the majority, they're like a puppy with a bone. Anytime a bone comes along, social media likes your comments, a text message, a TV show, an opportunity at another night out, any attention or meaningless distraction, they drop everything important to them and chase the bone. They could be sitting on $1 million idea, something that could change their life completely, but as soon as that bone comes along, they follow it, day in and day out. Meaningless distractions tearing people away from a life they deserve. Meanwhile, they are left feeling empty inside because they haven't fed their soul with the pride that comes from self-growth. Growth from shutting out the world and going all in on their dream. Growth from finding a way when there seems to be no way. Growth that comes when you go beyond the life you thought you were capable of. Every time you choose something over your goal, you form a bad habit. A habit that gets stronger and eventually overpowers your goal. It defeats your dream. Form a different habit. A habit of discipline. Discipline from shutting out what most won't, so you have the things most don't. A habit of going all in. A habit of integrity. When you say your goal matters to you, show that it matters. Make it a priority. If you want to achieve great things, shut out the distractions of this world and make your goal a priority. Steve Jobs once said, "People think focus means saying yes to the thing you've got to focus on. But that's not what it means at all. It means saying no to the 100 other good ideas that there are. You have to pick carefully. You have to be able to shut out everything but the most important thing that you must do right now. Get it done with 100% of your presence and attention. Give it everything you have, your heart and your soul. That will ensure your best work and will lead to your next best result." Zig Ziglar said, "Lack of direction, not lack of time, is the problem." We all have 24-hour days. Now that's the truth if I've ever heard it. We all have 24 hours in a day. How you spend that time will determine where you end up in life. How you spend your 24 hours will determine if you live with pride or regret. How you spend your 24 hours will determine if you survive or thrive. Now it's time to focus. Lock out the things you don't need. Lock in on the life you must have. Prepare yourself for now so you can enjoy later.
You've got to wake up early. I don't mean just on weekdays, I mean every day. You've got to value work more than you value sleep. Changing your behaviors, overcoming negative habits. It's challenging. It's hard. Very few people are willing to endure the pain and sacrifice of what it takes to be great. They settle for average. Average is dangerous. Average is for the weak. Some of you are lying to yourself. You say you want to be great. You say you want to get to the next level. You say you want to be the best in your class or the best in your school. You want to do great things. But your actions don't match your words. There are those of you with phones, and every new phone that comes out, you get it. Every upgrade, you get it. Every piece of software, you get it. You are upgrading your technology, but you're not upgrading yourself. You've got to invest in yourself. Don't let yourself be average. The average wastes their lives away every weekend for what? Not me. I'm in charge of my own life. Everything in my own life that I'm not happy with is my own fault. I take responsibility. You will never hear me complain about my circumstances as the reason I'm not where I want to be. If I don't like where I am, I'll work harder. I am a perfect reflection of the hard work or lack of work I put in. Your commitment and obsession should always be to be better today than you were yesterday. When you look at the lives of the greatest men and women the world has produced, one thing is common among them all. You see relentless, sickening work ethic. To get to the top, you have to skip hanging out with friends, watching TV, and wasting your time on meaningless things. Great students marry their books. They hustle for knowledge, just as billionaires hustle for opportunities. While others are sleeping, they're working. While others are playing video games, they're learning. When others are out drinking and doing other things that don't count, they're studying. Learn from them. Follow in their footsteps. Stand on the shoulders of giants. Get a head start. Go grab your books, go to the library, and start exploring the world. My mother told me that readers are leaders, and that has proved itself today. If you go through life just trying to stay comfortable, life will send you more and more discomfort. You'll get more and more problems. Life will keep trying to drag you down. And because most people are so concerned about staying comfortable instead of growing and reaching higher because they don't want to move beyond their limitations, they keep struggling. Do you think Bill Gates started Microsoft feeling comfortable about it? Do you think Usain Bolt slept his way to becoming the fastest man? Do you think Will Smith procrastinated his way to the top? Of course not. They worked. If you think that things are going to fall into place magically, if you think you will do it later, if you keep procrastinating, if you are waiting for that perfect time, you are deceiving yourself. You have to create that perfect time. When are you going to stand up and start hustling? I have met students who are lazy, students that bask in that euphoria that everything is going to be okay in the end, students who do nothing to change things, students that only dream, students who have only wishes. This time, and you're going to tell your teachers, your classmates, that here I come. I have come to win, to excel, to look down on my weaknesses and make them my strengths. Turn off the phone, the TV, and the laptop. I'm heading to the library. You are heading for success. You are heading for greatness. It's in your hands. How much more time are you willing to waste? How much more time are you willing to burn? Wake up. Wake up. If you have to make sacrifices to be where you want to be, so be it. If you have to tell your friends you can't go out drinking with them anymore, so be it. You are not average. Do you want to see average? Look out the window. Everyone you see, they're average. Not you. That's not you.